still got work to do. What I can tell you is that because of the steps we took, the economy is much stronger than it was when I came into office. Basically, we have seen 2.5 years of consecutive job growth, economic growth, and we still have some headwinds out there. Europe is still weak, and that ends up creating uncertainty for the business community here. Gas prices were high. They're starting to come down a little bit, but a lot of families who have to drive 40, 50 miles to get to work, they're still feeling the pinch. And as I said, the housing market is probably the area where you're still seeing the biggest drag on the economy. So, but as we were talking about Joe Biden, Joe has a favorite expression. He says, don't compare me to the Almighty, compare me to the alternative. And I think what you'll see in this campaign is two very different visions about how we move the country forward. I believe that we've got to invest in things like education, making college affordable, science and technology, rebuilding our roads, rebuilding the country, that all those things can be done in a sensible way while we're bringing our deficits down in a balanced way. I think that everybody sitting on this couch is probably going to have to pay a little bit more in taxes, so we don't have to raise taxes for middle-class families. And that's a different view from what Mr. Romney believes. And that's a legitimate debate to have. I think this is going to be a really important election and an eye-opening election for people.
There are some critics who say that Mr. Romney is a rich man who is out of touch. Is that accurate?
Yeah, my sense is he loves his family. I think he's been very successful, and we should applaud success in this country. But he has a different vision about how to move the country forward. His theory is that if you slash taxes even further, if you leave business, banks, whoever, to do whatever it is that they want, then everything will be okay.
But that didn't work last time.
Well,
what makes you think it's going to work this time?
That's my argument. Yeah. And ultimately, the great thing is the American people are going to settle it, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Absolutely.
We're going to take a short break, but we are actually so glad that President Obama is going to stay with us and be right back.
Still ahead, the president.
And then to know that Reverend Al Green was here. I'm so in love with you.
Because Jeffrey and I, we live in Harlem. We were trying to get to the Apollo to see you. You made a huge splash at the Apollo when you did a rendition of Al Green.
A little river now.
Yeah, you were great. Now, are Malia and Sasha, were they embarrassed, or are you on the ringtone?
I'm definitely not on the ringtone. When I turned 50, Malia and Sasha and a bunch of my friends and Michelle had this sort of like a roast, a little private roast.
Yeah.
And each one of them read something. And Malia and Sasha had written out why I am such a wonderful dad.
Okay.
And they had this list. It was so sweet. And one of the items on Malia's list was, you are just the right amount of embarrassing. You're embarrassing, but not too embarrassing. And so I think this falls under the category of not do you
want to embarrass yourself a little bit and sing right here?
No. I'm a...
You have one fan.
I know. That was a little meager.
Yeah.
I got to say that was a little meager out there. No, Michelle gets jealous when I sing too much. She thinks this is kind of a private thing. So
she gets jealous that you're singing to the public instead of to her.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see that.
You've said that the First Lady grounds you, that she teases you, and she,
mercilessly.
Tell us some of the things that she will say.
Yeah, well, look, the big ear jokes.
She cracked up at the correspondence on the ear joke.
Absolutely.
She was hysterical on that.
Big nose jokes, all my little funny habits. She can imitate me and mimic just little stuff.
Is that how you left on the plane?
If there's a bowl of peanuts, like I'll grab the peanuts and then I'll kind of shake them around, and then I'll pop one at a time. She can make Malia and Sasha laugh. You know, she's doing this thing. And so she just is relentless. But it is good for you, especially in the White House. You know, you got a bunch of people around who are always laughing at your jokes and thinking you're funny and all that stuff. And Michelle's like, this guy? Really? And I will tell you, when she does it in front of my team, they love it. They're cracking up, and then I'll look at them and they'll straighten up.
Is that how come she got left for a couple of seconds when you were getting off?
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see it. I was like, oh.
That's a classic example of, you know, dumb husband screwing up. Because I thought she was behind me.
This is what happened, okay? You know how the president gets off the plane? And then he got this far and like, oh, and had to go back and bring Michelle out with him. It was really great because he forgot she was with him.
She's just standing there looking at me like...
You have become a volunteer basketball coach for your daughter Sasha's team?
The Vipers.
And you're telling them...
They're vicious.
So how are you doing now that you're the...
Yeah, you know, this is as much fun as I've had, you know, together with Sasha. It is so much fun. You know, they had the regular coach who was doing a great job, but you know, since I played in high school and still play, we decided to have our own little scrimmages and give them some plays and stuff. And watching these girls grow, this is now the third or fourth year that they've done it, and watching them progress and get better as a team. And you know, and seeing the confidence that they get, it's a reminder. You know, we're celebrating 40 years of Title IX, and it shows when girls are given the opportunity and they're competing and they're working as a team, it makes them stronger. It makes them more confident. It's one of the great things that's happened during the course of my lifetime is women's sports becoming just as important, just as powerful.
I'm kind of upset. We're from Chicago. Now that our Bulls are out, who do you think, you're a basketball aficionado, who do you think is going to take the NBA Finals?
You know, now that the Bulls are out, I've just been pouting. So I'm not gonna call it. San Antonio looks terrific.
Yes, they do.
Oklahoma City, great young team. Lakers have Kobe, and then Miami with LeBron and Dwayne Wade. You know, they're playing great. So.
You want to give us some help here in New York with our Knicks?
You know,
it might be. You know, I love our coach now, but do you think maybe? I
will say there was a lot of drama here in New York with the Knicks, all kinds of stuff, including the great story with Jeremy Lin. So, you know, you guys will come back sometime.
About as lukewarm an endorsement as you could possibly give.
I love the fact that you talk about sports and the girls and what it does for their confidence. What other, because you're sort of ahead of me in terms of parenting with the ages of the girls. What sort of rules do they have? Like, you know, a lot of parents out there in this e-tegrity world, like how do they text, how do they email? What sort of rules do you and the First Lady have to protect them and to guide them?
First of all, Malia didn't get a phone until last year.
Okay.
So Sasha still doesn't have a phone.
How old is Malia?
Malia's 13. She'll be 14 in July.
Okay.
They don't have a Facebook page. Okay. You know, part of that obviously is for security for us. I guess they do, but they can only use their cell phones on weekends. They can't use them during the week.
This is helpful.
They don't. We don't let them watch TV or use their computer except to do homework during the week. Okay. So, you know, Michelle.
Do you ever tweet?
I am not much of a tweeter. Sometimes I have a tweeting account, so folks follow it. And so I do it once in a while.
Yeah. Gets you in
but
trouble.
as Michelle said, I'm too long-winded for 140 characters. You know.
Obama, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You still want to. Okay, we're going to be back with more with President Barack Obama.
Next.
Malia and Sasha love that show.
The co-hosts are giving the president a pop quiz to see if he really knows the issues when it comes to American pop culture.
And we're back with President Barack Obama. Now, we know that you know a lot about politics, you know about the law, but do you know about pop culture?
I don't know.
That's
We're
the
going to find
question.
out.
Okay.
All right.
I have some questions.
Fire away.
Let's see what you've been reading. Number one, which Kardashian was married for only 72 days?
That would be Kim.
Very good. Okay.
Because it was a ball player. I know it was a ball player. That's how I know from watching basketball.
You don't watch the show.
Okay, now this one you may not know. I'm hoping that you don't, as a matter of fact.
Get ready.
What's the controversial sex book that's on millions of women's bedside tables? He doesn't know it.
I don't know that.
Good. Okay, next.
But I'll ask Michelle when I get home.
That is the answer.
Okay, hold
I will ask Michelle when I get home what's going on.
Okay, which one of us here at The View was on Dancing with the Stars?
That would be Sherry.
Okay.
Yes, I thought so.